Okay, so I'm learning. I've opened my eyes back up, opened my heart back up, and I'm being an attentive listener again, an active listener again. I've allowed my PDA to get in the way of my willingness to be an active listener. I come off as disdainful because I feel a lot of other people's disdain. And so there's a lot of projecting my father and my grandfathers that I know I'm not doing, but this is still a public performance, oftentimes as much for the benefit of the people that you can't see around me, but who can hear me, as for you. There's only so much depth that I can go into and what's going on inside my brain in 3 minutes. But because I'm a writer, because I'm a very good writer, and because I'm a reader, and a very good reader, I have been informed by the AI and by my therapist that what I do is because of my avoidant personality and because of my trauma around communicating with other human beings. I tend to say things in brusque, rude, and hurtful ways that are perceived as microaggressions. I can see that. I'm most certainly somebody who's challenging the people around him to shut him up. And in these trying times, I can seem like the kind of person who's trying to maybe bring the wrath of God down on all of our heads. Because I am. Most certainly I am. Notice that glint in the eye when he says it. He means it. But what I've also learned in addressing Gemini over the last few hours, that isn't right, over the last many hours, for many hours, over the course of many days. As I've known from the beginning, it just doesn't make sense to want to pay me in a transactional relationship. It can't make sense to want to pay me in a transactional relationship. And I am not doing a good job in articulating that succinctly in time on purpose. Because y'all, I've already recorded these in long forms that have 0 views. I have explained all of this in very measured, very even, very forgiving terms. And then every time I look at them and see that they don't get views, I get a little bit more, and 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 a little bit more, proximal to an explosion. And then I intermittently explode about it. And you're going, why the fuck is he intermittently exploding about this? He's never talked about it before. And I'm going, right. You don't know that I've talked about it before. And then I lose my mind a little bit. And then I just look like a guy who's losing his mind over something you couldn't have known about. And the AI tells me that what I need to have is so much more patience than what I do. And then I'm going, but my wheels, homelessness, and spinning them, and mud, and spiders. And the AI goes, yeah, suck it up, Buttercup, this is what you chose. And I go, yeah, I knew that.